Well, after a 2-year break, the Joburg Film Festival will resume its 6-day celebration of excellence in filmmaking and storytelling on Tuesday, the 31st of January. The festival has revealed the approximately 60 films that will be presented during the festival last week. The Joburg Film Festival will take place at various sites throughout Johannesburg and is scheduled to feature some of the best films from over 35 nations throughout the world, including 20 African debuts and 27 South African premieres. The Joburg Film Festival will feature films from South Africa, Tunisia, Brazil, Seoul, Brazil and the United States, Japan, Morocco and more. Well, the selection is made up of both narrative features and documentaries that highlight across cultural narratives. Let's speak now to the founder and executive director of the film festival, Timothy Mangwedi. Timothy, thank you so much for your time and thank you for joining us on the Weekend Report. The film festival, the Joburg Film Festival, coming back after a 2-year break. Talk to us about that. I'm assuming you're very excited.
Yes, Gaza, thank you. Good morning to you and good morning to the viewers at home. Yes, we are really excited as the first Joburg Film Festival that we are back after 2 years of absence due to the pandemic. It's been very difficult for us not to be able to showcase African films to South African to the South African people and particularly the people of Johannesburg. So we are really excited to be back.
I mean, you're back with a bang as well, Timothy, if I may say so. 60 films are expected to be screened for the duration of the film festival. Talk to us about what went to finding those films, curating the experience that a lot of film lovers and cinephiles who are likely to attend the festival are going to experience.
Yes, I mean, this is a very important edition of the Joburg Film Festival. It's the 5th edition of Joburg Film Festival, so we are really excited. Yes, we started the process of going around and looking at films. The curation team, which is led by Keith Shiri and assisted by Jack Cheng and also Fanny, they went and they went to different film festivals. They looked at films that are happening, the best films that showcasing in the world today. As you say, we've got like over 30 to 40 countries that are being represented in the selection of the films. The process started very early in the year. It started around April, May, with people looking at different films. And obviously, because we are a curated film festival, so what do? We don't have a call to entry for people to submit their films. So we go out there to really find the best gems of the film festival, of the best films that the world has to offer in this particular year. So indeed, it was a good process, but it was a long, vigorous process. I mean, I think the curation team looked at over 300 films, and for them to arrive at the 60 films, 60 plus films, we really applaud them, and we hope that these films that they have selected will make sure that the audiences come and watch these movies and get excited and also inspire dialogue and conversation around what is happening today in the world.
No, certainly. I'm really curious to hear from you as well, Timothy, what sets the Joburg Film Festival apart from other film festivals that, of course, take place not only across the country, but also just globally as well. Looking at your list of films that you are, proffering up for those who want to attend, it does seem to be, this cross-cultural experience where, as a South African, you sort of get a tantalizing taste of what happens in Japan, for instance, a taste of what happens in Brazil. So just talk to us about that and this very special, unique sort of X factor that sets you apart.
Look, I mean, what sets us apart, as I said, we are a creative film festival. So, and then also we are also known as premieres of African films. So most of the films that you're going to be seeing at Joburg Film Festival, the first time that are being showcased in South Africa, or proud in Africa. I mean, the opening film is a film called Khale by Musa Abbas, who's a very well-renowned filmmaker from Senegal. we've got the movie called The Sun, which is a very beautiful movie. We're going back. We're also showcasing 6 films from the Africa Heritage film,
right,
which is the films that have been restored with the Martin Scorsese Foundation, and those films are film like Black Girl, which is a very beautiful film that everyone who studies film must have seen this film. So we are having this kind of film. We've got Minamoto, which is also a film, as I said, from Japan. We've got Miss Osaka. We've got the Cloud, the Cloud and the Man. We've got Liberia. We've got The Silence in the Dust. It's a documentary. The Last Queen. So we've got a mixture of documentaries. We've got a mixture of short films, and most of the short films that we have are actually South African films, and some of the films were made by students. We've got documentaries, as you know, that today, the rise of documentary is very important. We've seen so many beautiful documentaries that are very informative, that are thought-provoking, that also uncovers some of the stuff that we didn't know. So we're also having a very beautiful selection of documentaries, and most of those documentaries will be the first time that we show, as I said, that we showcase at the Joburg Film Festival. And also, we've got a South African film, Time Spent with the Cats is Never Wasted. It's a long film, but it's a beautiful film, and I ask people to come and see it. We've got a film by a Kenyan woman filmmaker called Frida. Also we've got a film, South African film, which is now actually now in production for the sequel, which is called Umbrella Man, which that film won an award in Toronto, won an award in the UK. And it's set in the Cape during the Cape Town mysteries. So those are kind of some of the films that we will see. We also have a little bit of animation there that we are having.
Timothy, sorry to interrupt there. A long list of films clearly available for patrons who will be wanting to attend the film festival. Just a reminder for those who are interested, when exactly is the film festival slated to take place?
The film festival will take place on the 31st of Jan. That's opening night, which is a special invitation. The opening night on the 31st of Jan in Nelson Mandela Square. And then the festival runs from the 31st to the 5th of February. And then we'll be showcasing films in Sandton, Stekeniko, Sandton City. We'll be showcasing films in Cinema Novo in Rosebank, Maponya Mall, Bioscope, and also the theater in the square in Nelson Mandela Square.
Right. Well, Timothy, thank you so much for coming onto our program and, of course, sharing with us what people can look forward to once the Joburg Film Festival rolls around. That was Timothy Mangwedi, who is the founder and executive director of the Joburg Film Festival.